Most parents become tired and need a chance to relax during their child's early stages of life. So what other way to get personal time than plop the child down in front of the television? Recent, as well as previous research, has concluded against television for young children, and the science behind it shows why. A child's most crucial time period for brain development is between infancy to young elementary. This time period is incredibly important for children to grow their neurons and their neurons' branches. Neurons are the nervous system's work unit regarding memory, movement, and relaying messages to and from the brain. Neurons inhibit all of the brain, and lack of stimuli can lead to issues involving speech development, analytical or critical thinking, decision-making, and reactions. In young years of mental development, the abilities to focus, sustain concentration over a long period of time, and attending to environments are of key importance for growth during this time. From the Center of Disease Control website, there are 3 types of ADHD: predominantly inattentive presentation, predominantly hyperactive impulsive presentation, and combined presentation. PIP-diagnosed children express traits that make it difficult for the individual to finish a task or organize, to pay attention to details, or to follow instructions or conversations. PHIP-diagnosed children fidget and talk a lot, have difficulty with attempting to sit still for long periods of time, are restless and have difficulty waiting their turn or listening to directions. The combined presentation shows symptoms of both disorders equally. An experiment conducted by Iowa State University psychologists studied hours of television daily for children and how it affects their attention patterns in school environments. They concluded that children who exceed the recommended 2 hours a day in front of television were 1.5 to 2 times more likely to have a greater lack of attention at school. Another experiment conducted by Dr. Dimitri A. Christakis found that for every hour of television watched between ages 1 and 3, a 10% chance of developing attention disorders by age 7 is gained. 2 and 5 spend 32 hours a week in front of a television screen, and children ages 6 through 11 spend 28 hours a week. In a different experiment, Professor Daniel Anderson observed how preschool-age children are active while watching television, showing that they process the images on the screen by talking about it. One example he used was the children's show Blue's Clues, which he describes as a single premise show, meaning that everything is written primarily for children and not their parents. He claimed that the viewers exercise their observational skills by spotting the blue dog's prints and practice inferential skills by piecing the clues together to decipher codes and messages. Other shows he puts in the single premise category are shows like Barney and the friendly, sweater-wearing Mr. Rogers. This experiment concluded that young children do work their brains while watching television, as long as the show is engaging and the children talk or show processing during it. Don't let your children miss out on their most productive years of brain growth. Utilize and optimize as much as you can with a healthy balance of activities. In order to get your child's brain working like the growing machine that it is, engage your child in cognitive activities. Activities that will stimulate their brains, like puzzles or even taking a stroll through the neighborhood to show them new things. As Mr. Rogers sang, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor, would you be mine?" Remember to keep yourself and your child healthy. And, as the wise Mike Anderson said, be kind to each other, be flexible, and always wear your seatbelt. Thank you for watching.